Lakers, T-Wolves, tonight. Game number 3 is here. The Lakers will be in Minnesota tonight and on Sunday night. How will the Lakers respond in a hostile environment? Deondre Hawkins here with another edition of Lakers Talk Daily presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, the official Native American resort and casino of the Los Angeles Lakers. Skip the traffic. Head on over to Pechanga Resort Casino just off the I-15 in Temecula. Visit Pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for reservations and for more information. Game 3 is here. The Lakers cannot expect to get the same calls that they got in game number 2. The referees were very, very, very whistle happy, meaning Donte DiVincenzo got in foul trouble early. Naz Reid, foul trouble early. Jaden McDaniels, foul trouble early. These guys, the Lakers have to come out here and expect that they will not get the same calls as they got in game number 2. Both teams struggle shooting in game number 2. But guess what? The Lakers got to go in there with the same physicality, intensity, aggressiveness that they came out in game number 2. Do not expect Jaden McDaniels, Donte DiVincenzo, and Naz Reid to miss those shots that they did in game number 2. They're playing on their home turf. Don't be surprised if the Timberwolves go out there and they make the same amount of shots that they did in game number 1. But how are the Lakers going to respond? Because that Minnesota crowd, when they get into it, it gets really, really loud in there. The Lakers are going to need a big game from Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura. Those two are going to need to have a big game for this Lakers team, in my opinion, in Game 3 tonight. Austin Reeves has moments where you're like, okay, that's a good shot. Shots haven't been falling, but he's got to be able to defend. Luka Dončić is going to have to defend. This Lakers team can only win this series is as how good their defense goes. And I expect them to go out there with the same mindset, the same mentality in game number 3. The Lakers, we got to keep in mind, they have not been a great road team this season. They have not been a great road team. Minnesota has been a great home team. So how is that going to play into effect? But the playoffs, it's different. Regular season is over. The intensity is different. The playoffs are here. Round 1, Game 3 of the NBA playoffs are here. If you have not applied that extender promo, what are you doing, man? You can get a 60% boost to your winnings if you apply the extender promo. Who wouldn't want that? Use that extender promo to get a significant boost to your winnings. I used it. I applied it to my entry, and let me tell you something. It made a big difference. You should have seen me when I was watching the NBA playoffs the other night while playing Underdog Fantasy. I was on the edge of my seat because I had so much joy and excitement while watching the NBA playoffs due to Underdog Fantasy. So if you have not downloaded the Underdog app, what are you waiting for, man? Download the Underdog app. Use the promo code ESPNLA to unlock a special offer to earn up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you make your first deposit. That's right, $1,000 in bonus cash when you make your first deposit. My entry is in for today, and let me tell you who I got in my picks. I have Jrue Holiday to go higher than 19.5 in points, rebounds, and assists combined. Tyrese Halliburton to go higher than 29.5 points and assists combined. I have Giannis Antetokounmpo to go higher than 19.5 rebounds and assists. We already know how Giannis has been doing in the NBA playoffs. Luka Dončić, I expect him to have a big-time game, knowing what he did to the Minnesota Timberwolves in Minnesota in the last playoffs. I have him going higher than 45.5 in points, rebounds, and assists. And obviously, the Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards, to go higher than 37.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I'm telling you, Underdog Fantasy is great. It brings so much more excitement watching these NBA playoffs. Download the Underdog app. Use the promo code ESPNLA to unlock that special offer to up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you make your first deposit. And use that extended promo, man. Get that significant boost in your winnings. I get fired up thinking about this series because everyone now, after Minnesota, how they came in game number 1, it's starting to get to the point where people are starting to feel like Minnesota is going to win this series against the Lakers. And I don't want to have doubts. I have no doubts with this Lakers team. I still stand with what I believe. I think the Lakers can win in 5 games still, but my real pick is that the Lakers will win in 6 games. The Lakers have to get one in Minnesota. The Lakers have to get that one win in Minnesota if they want to have any chance of winning the series. And it's important to get that one because the Minnesota Timberwolves got that one in LA. You have to get that one in Minnesota. We understand the ball movement. Everyone's been upset with Luka Dončić with the ball being sticky in his hands. He did that differently in game number 2, meaning there's a lot more player movement, a lot more ball movement, not a lot of one-on-one ISO ball. We understand what the Lakers' game plan is. Try to get the switch, try to get Rudy Gobert on Luka Dončić, try to get Rudy Gobert on Austin Reeves. Obviously, Austin Reeves made a couple big plays with Rudy Gobert on a one-on-one isolation. Was able to blow by him, make a couple layups. Luka Dončić was able to do a couple things. But game number 1, Rudy Gobert, I get it. Everyone does not think he's a great defender. I don't believe he's a great defender on the perimeter. But how Minnesota plays is that they were able to help out a lot when Rudy Gobert was out on the perimeter. Meaning, the Lakers got to be able to knock down their shots because if they're going to help out Rudy Gobert and Luka Dončić has the ball, he's going to make the right play, and he's got to make the right play and be able to kick out. Guys got to knock down open shots. And what I mean by guys, Gabe Vincent, Dorian Finney-Smith, hell, even LeBron James, because LeBron James has to be aggressive. No more of laid-back LeBron James mode. We need LeBron James takeover mode right now. And I understand people are saying that Lakers look tired, fatigued, all that stuff. Throw that out the window, man. It's new day, new game. The Lakers had 2 days of rest in between. Obviously, they flew out on Thursday. Obviously, they flew out yesterday. And they got there, obviously, yesterday. And they've been in Minnesota ever since. There's no excuse. Lakers should be energized and ready to go. They should fuel that energy from that Minnesota crowd and use that to light a fire. We understand how Luka Dončić gets. And what he did in Minnesota last year in the NBA playoffs, we have to get that same Luka Dončić. The fire, the tenacity, I'm telling you, we need that Luka Dončić. Bickering at the fans, fueling that energy, going at the refs, bickering at the refs. All the things that Luka Dončić did to the Minnesota Timberwolves last year in the playoffs for that Mavs team, we want that Luka Dončić for the Los Angeles Lakers. We'll talk more about this game on the other side, or I have to let my partners at Pechanga give you guys a quick word.
At Pechanga Resort Casino, you can rock and roll, sip and slide, twist and shout. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, official Indian gaming sponsor of the Lakers.
It all starts on how the first quarter starts for this Lakers team. If they get out there, get a good lead, good. But the Timberwolves get out there, jump out to a good lead, how are the Lakers going to respond? How are they going to fight back and claw their way back into a game when things aren't going right? But the other thing is, if the Lakers do have a lead, how are they going to hold the lead? Are they going to let Minnesota come back? Are they going to let Minnesota chip away? The Lakers got to be able to close out games, but if they do find themselves in a hole, they got to find a way to get themselves out of that hole. I'm excited for this game, and so you guys should too. One other thing I want to mention is that I understand people were saying Jackson Hayes has been unplayable. Where's Jared Vanderbilt at? Things like that. Jackson Hayes, with this lineup and how the Minnesota Timberwolves play, I understand the Timberwolves got a lot of size, but Jackson Hayes has not been able to find a great groove with this Lakers team in this series, meaning they've been doing a lot more smaller ball with Dorian Finney-Smith instead of Jackson Hayes. That is not a knock on what Jackson Hayes has done with this Lakers team, knowing he had to step up in his role. But Dorian Finney-Smith is that guy that brings a lot, meaning to drag out Rudy Gobert or drag out a guy like Naz Reid to keep that paint alive, to allow driving opportunities. That's what the Lakers need. The Lakers can't afford to settle when shots aren't falling. They got to get to the free throw line. They got to make layups. They got to get out and run. Jared Vanderbilt is a guy. The Lakers are going to need his defense and his rebounding, his energy, his effort, his ability to get the 50-50 balls, dive on the floor. The Lakers are going to need every single little thing. Win by the margins. Win the rebounding battle. Limit second chance points. Every single thing the Lakers did in Game 2, they need to do the same thing in Game 3 and be able to knock down shots. But as always, appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll talk to you guys on Monday. Lakers, Game 3 tonight. Game 4 will be on Sunday. As always, we'll talk to you on Monday. Have a great weekend, everyone. Go Lakers. We out.